An immature cataract with IFIS undergoing phacosuction and topical anesthesia. The anterior sclera, limbus, and peripheral cornea are involved in a direct 2.8 millimeter tunnel. Ensure that the anterior and posterior edges of tunnel are parallel to each other. Visco is infused into the anterior chamber. Cystitome enters the anterior chamber at the floor of the tunnel, at the limbus, through the floor of the tunnel at the limbus. Visco is trapped inside the anterior chamber because the tunnel is closed. Rhexis can be comfortably created without losing the chamber or without creating any folds in the cornea which affects the visibility. Rhexis is completed, and then the tunnel is enlarged with a blunt keratome, as you see now. The eye is fixed with very fine 0.1 millimeter toothed forceps. It is held at only one place at the limbus. The anterior end of the tunnel is enlarged minimally to accommodate the nucleus, which is prolapsed later. Nucleus is rotated in the capsular bag to loosen the cortex. After doing capsular subplating hydrodissection, it's lifted from one pole and rotated into the anterior chamber using two instruments. The nucleus now is bisected with a 25 gauge cannula, which is infusing visco continuously. It's supported posteriorly with wire vectis. Nucleus is pretty hard. It's not getting bisected with the shaft or the tip of the cannula, so a sharp cystitome is used to further continue the bisection. Nucleus now is taken out of the eye using a small wire vectis with supported by infusing cannula, which is continuously pushing the viscoelastic. A small bit of epinucleus is removed from the eye. Cortex is aspirated with Simcoe cannula. As you can see, with even this minimal fluidics, there is hardly any fluctuation of the pressure. You can see the iris ballooning because of the Flop-Eyre syndrome. Nevertheless, carefully, by controlling the infusion and aspiration, the entire cortex is aspirated. Subincisional cortex is taken out using the bent right as well as the left cannula. There is no side port in this technique. There is only one main tunnel, and dia surgery is performed at low intraocular pressure. There is no positive pressure at all at any point of the surgery. The chamber is maintained by continuous infusion. Lens is implanted into the capsular bag. It's a patient desired a multifocal lens of a great design and great make, and it's well centered in the capsular bag. Visco is aspirated from the capsular bag in the posterior chamber from the angle of the anterior chamber, and later the dispersive visco that is stuck on the corneal endothelium is gently irrigated and removed. Thank you.